All right, guys, I'm back. Now I'm going to show you how to do IXL U8, which is perimeter of polygons with an inscribed circle. Now, for this problem, we're going to use a theorem that is called the tangent segments theorem, which states that if two segments are tangent to a circle from the same exterior point, point C, then they are congruent. So the distance from C to R and from C to A, they're both congruent. They're both the same. So if we go to the IXL U8, notice that they give you the tangent line from O to P. They tell you that the length is 5. Then I know that from O to N, it's also 5 because they're congruent. Okay. So from P to Q is 3. So from Q to R is also 3. And I'm going to make this a little smaller. It's too big. And then since they gave you the length from O to S is 12, so 12 minus 5, that was going to give you 7. So from N to S, that means this is 7. And if NS is 7, that means that SR is also 7. So this is 7. Okay. So the question here is, what is the length of RS? So RS will be 7. Simple as that. Again, two tangent lines coming from an exterior point, they're equal in length. So that will be 7. So now let me erase all of this. Here we have the same thing. What is the length of PQ? So PQ, again, OP is 7. So that means that ON will be 7. So this will be 7. Okay. Then we have if the whole length of OM is 16, 16 take away 7, this would be, that means that NM is 9. That means that LM is also 9. And if you subtract 14 take away 9, that's going to give you 5. So QL is 5. That means that PQ is also 5. Um, and in this case, PQ, and the answer will be 5. Okay, now let me erase this again. Now pretty much this is the same thing. I'm going to move up a level, jumping a level. Now they're asking what is the perimeter. Well, remember perimeter, you need to add everything around. So I know that from O to V is 6. So I know that from O to P will also be 6. PQ is 6. That means that QR is also 6. RS is 6. That means that TS is 6. And from U to T is 2. So that means that from V to U is also 2. All I have to do now is add everything around. So I need to add, we have 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 2 plus 2 is equal to 34. Now let me, and I think I forgot to add a 6. That's 40. If I'm correct, I think 40. And there it is. Okay, so there we go. Simple as that. Let me jump another level. This is pretty much the same thing. And this is just, decimals, but it's pretty much the same thing. Again, I see that from R to S is 5.1. That means that from Q to R will be 5.1 also. This will be 1. Now, to find what is from X to Q, you will have to subtract 9.3, subtract 5.1, and that will give you 4.2. So that means that this is 4.2. And if this is 4.2, that means that XW is also 4.2. Okay, I have that UT is 7.6, so that means that TS is 7.6. VU is 6, so VW is 6. And what is the question here? What is the value of WX? WX already have that, and that is 4.2. So I would put 4.2 here, and there we go. Okay, so this pretty much is the same thing. If I jump a level, let's see if they give us anything different, and they do. In this case, notice that they're using variables. So HG is C minus 4, so that means that LG is C minus 4. C minus 4. Then I know that IH, they give you that this is 7, so that means that IJ is 7. 7. And now in this case, we have that the whole length of IK is 12. 12 take away 7. That's going to give us 5. So JK is 5. And notice the length of K through G. K through G is 9. 9. And I know that KL is 5. So now, notice how they're asking what is the value of C. Well, the value of C, that means the whole length, K through G, is 9. So I'm going to put that equal to 9. And 9 is the whole segment, KG. So if I add 5 plus C minus 4, that represents the whole length, which is from K to G. So now you combine like terms. This is going to be C plus 1. That will be equal to 9. Then you subtract 1. That means that C will be equal to 8. So in this case, that is the question. What is the value of C? So in this case, C will be 8. And there it is. Okay, so pretty much this is the same thing for this problem. So if I jump a step, I believe this is a review for the whole segment. Well, not quite. So let's do this one. This one is, I know that IJ is congruent to IN. So in this case, they're equal to each other. So that would be 3B minus 3. That would be equal to 5B minus 9. And then here they're asking what is the perimeter? What is the perimeter? Well, we need to find out what is the value of B first. So if you subtract 3B, that will give you 2B minus 9. It's equal to negative 3. Then if we add 9, this is a 9 here. So if you add 9 to this, that would be 9 minus 3, which is 6. So 6 will be equal to 2B. We divide that by 2, and B will be equal to 3. So B is 3. Be careful here because they're asking you what is the perimeter. They're not asking you what is the value of B. So in this case, I need to substitute. So that would be 5 times B. So that'll be 5 times 3, which is 15. And 15 take away 9. That would give you 6. So that means that this length here is 6, which means that this is also 6. Okay. So now, since this is 8, that means LK is 8. To find out ML, you take away 17, take away 8, which it will be 9. So this is 9. That means that MN is 9. And then to find the perimeter, all I got to do now is just add everything. Okay, I have 2 9, so that's 18. I have 2 6, that's 12. I have 2 8, that's 16. Altogether is 46. So the perimeter here would be 46. And there we go. Okay, I believe this is it for this section. If I jump a step, it will be pretty much the same thing. Again, you can rewatch this video, but I think this will help you out. And I will end this video here.